Hello everyone, Kevin T. Rodriguez here, film critic of iCritic.net, and we are doing another news story on the road. And today I want to talk about how movie studios are again attacking Rotten Tomatoes. Because if it's not one thing, it's the other. When IMAX made less money this quarter than they usually do, they blamed people's lack of interest in 3D movies. Never mind that Inhumans opened, which was in 2D, and only made a little over $1 million, which suggested maybe it's not the 3D, but maybe it's the movies they're showing in the IMAX format. Well, likewise, the summer, well, people say this every year. They say it's been a bad summer. I don't always believe that. I mean, people say, yeah, the big budget blockbusters are disappointing. In my opinion, they've been disappointing for a long time. If you really want to see a good movie, you need to take a chance on something a little bit more strange and oddball. You have to take a chance on a Wind River or a Big Sick or a Baby Driver. Take a chance on seeing something you wouldn't normally see, and you might be pleasantly surprised. But yes, the mainstream movies have not been doing as well. And of course, the studios are blaming a new culprit, and it is Rotten Tomatoes. Now, this is not the first time Rotten Tomatoes has been attacked. As you know, Rotten Tomatoes is a place, it's a website, that gathers many reviews and puts it in one spot, and they count the good reviews and the bad reviews. If it's a good review, you have a fresh tomato. If it's a bad review, you have a rotten tomato. And overall, your movie gets graded on fresh or rotten. If it's 60% or the reviews are positive, you will get a fresh. If it's less than 60%, you are certified rotten. And the thing about being rotten is, it doesn't look good. And the studios are complaining that because sites like Fandango and MoviePass and, you know, that movie club thing, yeah, I forgot what it was called, but in Netflix, they're all showing the Rotten Tomatoes score, and when they show the score, they don't always have time to show the contents or the review, so they put either the fresh tomato or the rotten tomato next to it. And they claim that when you go to Fandango to buy a ticket and you see the rotten tomato next to the buy now thing, that is a sign for saying, hey, it's a bad movie, don't see it. And I don't completely disagree. You don't want a Rotten Tomato next to the Buy Now button. That does not suggest you want to buy the tickets. However, here's the thing. If you have a fresh tomato next to a movie that most people have not heard of, they might buy a ticket to a movie that they would not have normally heard of because it has a fresh tomato there. So they will buy a ticket that they had not planned to buy. Here's the thing. Rotten Tomatoes, I think, has hurt film criticism more than it has hurt the movies. Film criticism has become less individualized and less distinctive because it's now grouped together in an aggregator and given a percentage number. That is not what good film criticism does, nor is that what it was meant for. But when it comes to whether or not people recommend the movies, film critics have been around for years. Even before Rotten Tomatoes, you'd hear things like, well, the reviews weren't very good because people read them. If you don't want the Rotten Tomatoes score to affect you, make better movies. Don't make bad movies. You know, Wonder Woman was a big hit, not because it had a fresh score on the Rotten Tomatoes thing, it's because people want to see it. Likewise, Suicide Squad did well, not because of the rotten score next to the Buy Now button, but because people want to see it. Oops, I'm sorry, I accidentally... the joys of live blogging. The joys of live blog. How do we do this? I'm not editing this out, by the way, folks. You can laugh at my stupidity. I don't care. I am not editing it out. But anyway, so the problem is people are getting tired of seeing bad movies. Also, they're probably a little tired of seeing superhero movies. Let's face it, they're all very, very similar. So, you know what? One Spider-Man movie, it's not that different from the last 5 Spider-Man movies we saw. I'm sorry. Is it enjoyable? Yes. Is it better than Spider-Man 3? Oh, unquestionably. But we've seen it before, and that's why the ticket prices are down. It's not because of Rotten Tomatoes, which has been around for years. And yes, while it does seem counterproductive to put the Rotten Tomato symbol next to a Buy Now button on Fandango or any other ticket services, it's also detrimental to your business if you have a fresh tomato that you can't put next to that button either. So I think the studios need to just wake up. They need to make better movies. Start making better movies, people will come. You stop, you know, raising the ticket prices, they will come. I'm not going to get on the concession stands because concession stand prices, while they are outrageous, it is the only way that movie theaters make money, and popcorn has gone up way less in price compared to the movie tickets. So that's why you probably want Movie Pass, by the way. But anyway, what do you folks think? Do you think Rotten Tomatoes is the culprit for the summer not making as much money as usual? Do you think Rotten Tomatoes is wrong for doing the obvious of pointing out when a movie is bad? I would love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month, or $5 will get you exclusive access to videos that are not available anywhere else. And, oh, by the way, you were dragged to see movies like The Big Sick, and you didn't know what they were about. Didn't you enjoy them?
Oh, I loved it.
Exactly. So that's the thing, folks. If you want to see good movies, take a chance on something once in a while that you might not normally see. You would be very surprised sometimes what you get. Have a good day.